Shaka from station to station to tell the generation and the nation. Rastafari. Education is the key. All youth strive for development. Rastafari. Love is the key. Give them that message, man.
Them a wonder how blessed we do this. I see them come with some good. Reach up from it, tell them we love. Oh yeah, they know it and it. But I'm radiate, you don't know.
Yes, this is the Sista Moorino show.
International language of every man, woman to music, yeah, knows no boundaries. Giving you sweet inspiration and natural vibes, yeah, natural vibes. Whoa. Sound and power we need every hour.
Yes, this is Sista Moorino in the house. Thank you so much for joining us again on this lovely Tuesday afternoon. And with me today is the man called Barry Dread is in the house with Sista Moorino.
Thanks, give thanks, Sista Moorino. You know, it's a joy and an honor to be here, Jano.
Yes, and we were just listening to music 2004, I'm sure, isn't it? 2004?
Yeah, it's from the We Need Love album. I released my first album I ever released
in 2004. And the album was called We Need Love, and this is the first track called Music, you know. It's basically music is the international language of every man, you know, see it, so I just had to make a statement about it, how music is a joy and to my soul and to my heart, and without music, I don't know where would I be.
Definitely. Definitely.
We wouldn't be.
But you know what? What I do and what I know about Brother Barry is that you're soulful, your soulful roots and culture, you're uplifting, your narrative is phenomenal because you're our newspaper. You're a newspaper of vocals, you know what I'm saying?
Thanks to the tag, you know.
And also you've just brought roots and culture to you've just added so many kind of different genres within your music, which is unmistakable. Now I know from this day forward, Brother Barry, and I'm saying this straight, that one tune of Barry Dread has got to be played every time I'm on this show, because I'm just saying your music just grows on me and grows and grows. It's like a silent mover. So I really appreciate the fact that you're here with us today.
Yes, Jack. Word, sound and power. That's what music is about. Full Trinity. You see me, I say. So directly, you have some good rhythms, good music out there. The sound is nice. You see me, I say, but the lyrics is not of the equation, so you're not gonna get the full word, sound and power. Once the music is nice, and then the word sound match the music, then you have a powerful track. Word, sound, power. Word, sound and power.
And it's true, because that is the only thing that's gonna make a dent in this ugly environment called the system. The word, sound and power is all that we've got, and it's everything, and it's underestimated, but it is the bullet that we need. And Brother Barry Dread is with us on the Sista Moorino show this afternoon.
Yes, Sista Moorino, what? And then that really helped to open the seals and the actual knowledge of Africa, the knowledge of our liberation come through the music. If it wasn't for that, true Rastafari spread that message to the four corners of the world through reggae music. It inspired the whole world. So music is a part of it, because everything moves, everything a vibration. See it. So I'm one that knows that music is one of our tools we should use, because it helped us to open our minds, and if we can somehow get it into the grandchildren, just play it to them, make them hear it. Roots music, just in the background, make them know the roots, because that is your culture.
Absolutely.
Within invisible, because see music, you just hear it and feel it, and without you even knowing it, work on your subconscious, and you're singing about Africa, and all of a sudden you love Africa, and you don't know why. You understand?
Absolutely. Definitely. Now, like I said, I'm really proud that you're here with me today, Brother Barry. You are such a humble and wonderful human being, and we're proud of your works. And on so many levels, I think that it's been underestimated, but I think it's made basically because our infrastructures have become somewhat weaker, and we need to get them strong. And that's the plan. We want to get them strong against all adversity. We have to get them strong. So I promise that from this day, that Brother Barry, his music's too amazing for me not to be promoting his music. So I'm just glad you're here.
Respect.
I'm really glad you're here. So I just wanted us to talk a little bit about your early days for all the Brother Barry fans. I know you got so many fans at the grassroots level that love you, Brother Barry.
Thanks.
They really love you. So it'd be interesting for you to give us some history behind this wonderful career that needs even more building up. So this is what we're here to do. So it'd be nice if you could just let us know where the passion for music came from.
Well, I'm a singer, bass guitarist, songwriter. And it all manifests out of basically, I suppose everyone get their own road to choose, But I had a vibration like me to go and play the guitar, and I asked my father if he could buy me a guitar, and to my joy, he buy me the guitar. Even though we had to go to church every week, you know what I'm saying? He brought in a mind, with mind for me to learn it, for, you know, in the church. But, you know, so I basically was learning, but I weren't actually going to school. I mean, we actually did start in school to learn, but the teacher was, I don't know, me never pick up a vibe from him, like him never really, you know what I mean? Him never really, my spirit never feel him. And for somehow, you know, I kind of came out the class and was just doing my own thing. And it transpired that I left Ivy Grove School and ended up at Woodbury Down School, where, you know, where in Woodbury Down School now, the man them have them sound systems and them have them little bands after school. So somebody asked me if I can play bass, and I said, I don't even know what the bass was. But I said, I play guitar. He said, yeah, come after school, you know. So after school, I go join in with the man them, and them put the bass in my hand and me start play. And I was playing on one string because I only knew how to play it. Or what I heard, I used to be able to play on one string, you know. Because pop tune them we used to listen to and pick up. And there was a guitar teacher in the class, and he said, no, you don't have to play all on one string. The A on the fifth fret, it's the same as the string underneath. I said, so, and when you get to the D, the D string is underneath. And when you get to, you know, so he showed me all the movements. Oh, okay. So when from that now, me learn for myself, me learn how to go and play things without having to use one string. You'll be able to use all of the strings now. So we pick it up little bit. And, you know, we had a little band at school, and we ended up playing in a school, Skinner School. And in that school, and now after the show, you know, the adulation what we get, it was just fantastic. And that kind of vibration that kind of inspired me to continue after school and so forth. You know, when we left school, I just continued. And basically, we was into Lovers Rock. We was a Lovers Rock band.
No, I heard you were.
Yeah.
That was the Sunset band.
Yeah. Well, before even Sunset.
Was it before the Sunset?
Yeah, before even Sunset, because Sunset came after the Lovers part. Sunset now was when I kind of transitioned to Rastafari.
Okay.
You see me? I said start, because we just start knot up, and the drummer was the first person in the band to knot up. So it was it inspired I and I to also go down that route, because, you know, we was inspired by things we didn't even realize. Because in my bedroom there's a little picture of a Rasta Babu, which we grow with. My older brother bring in there.
The famous Rasta Babu.
Yeah, you know, Rasta Daniel Hartman picture.
Absolutely.
See me I say?
Yes.
And we grow seeing the Rasta man, the Rasta youth just look for me as a youth, and we never know why. You see me I say? And then we see Roots on TV and certain things, and that really brought certain things, you know, like, what's going on here? Because, you know, you're born into this world, you don't know what's going on. You're trying to make sense of the world.
Definitely.
Because I kind of found my first perplexing time was in church. Because, I mean, growing up in church, and say, man, you know, Adam, God make Adam and out of everybody, Adam make Eve and so forth. And then you got to school and say, man, come from monkey, and there was dinosaurs around. And it's like, so how that work now? You know what I mean?
True.
You know, I'm a youth, and I'm thinking, I'm trying to make sense of the world. I'm getting two main schools of learning, church and the state, telling me two different stories.
But you had a pastor for a father.
Yeah, my father was a pastor. You know, see it.
So that kind of socialization was really entrenched early with you, wasn't it?
Yes, right.
So I've been talking to quite a few Rassis in the previous few weeks as well, and a lot of people have come out of the church. What would you say was the reason that changed you? What really changed you from
as I said, but even in the church, you know, I wasn't indoctrinated.
Right.
I wasn't convinced. Or should I say, I've been as a youth. I used to see them, and, you know, the woman them would claim they was in spirit or whatever. And then, you know what I mean, when the wig I drop off them, I pull it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I remember Reverend Beach in Archway, right? He was the first, you know, because, you know, he's a white Catholic minister, or Church of England, one of them. But he was smoking, drinking and everything. I'm like, and they must smoke and drink.
Definitely.
And, you know, just through certain behavior what you see in our church. But really, as I said, what did it for me, as I said, is the reggae music. Reggae music coming on my ears, you know, when I'm 14, 15, and you know, it made me want to go out, you know what I mean? We go out and meet our friends or family and so forth. But you see, the Rastafari music is that what kind of like show me about universal love, bigger love, love of mankind, telling me to go back to Africa. So I realized, you know, we are African. So I went and searched out the thing, you know what I mean? And I went to Head Start after me get my first wages until I was about 16, 17, I was doing an apprenticeship. And I went to Head Start bookshop, West Green Road, and I got by, the ancestors just bring me to the book, Walter Rodney, All Europe and the Developed Africa. You see me, I say? And
I need to read that book. I still haven't read that book myself.
Listen, man. Got him killed Walter Rodney.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Seeing he's a Guyanese. He wrote a serious book. And he wrote many other books, you know, during that time, because during the 60s, there was a real heavy consciousness around. You know what I mean? And Babylon, no, they had to quell that, break that up, because man was ready to die for the cause.
Absolutely.
You see me, I say, where, you know, they had to get rid of all of that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, had we been able to stick to our revolutions, and, you know what I mean? Because when you look at for that, the whole Africa, man was rising up.
Definitely.
Through the whole Organization of African Unity, where His Imperial Majesty helped to establish.
Absolutely.
You know, we were coming forward, man was coming up, but Babylon used all the little forces
Chicks.
and technology and basically kill you, you know, to stop you from rising to the top.
And the saddest thing for me, you're absolutely right, because I actually feel like, sometimes I feel like we've lived in this country for such a long period of time, but the war that they do, that they've administered onto us, almost seems like an invisible war. It's been done through law. Just the way they've manipulated things has actually created so much distress in our community. It's almost like they went to war with an external body, but they were doing it to us as black people in this particular country, and we were feeling, and we still feel, especially now with gentrification and all these issues. But I feel like we've come to the point that we've had a little bit of a warm up with Brother Barry, and we've come in surging. He's come in surging. But I think I want to hear from the first album that you did, you know, and that was called, is it We Need Love?
We Need Love, yeah.
We Need Love album. So I just want you to choose a couple of the tunes from there that you would like to play, and just give us give us some of the reasoning behind why you wrote those songs.
At the moment, the one you're playing in the background, is it in the background or is it in the forward?
Yeah. That's in the background.
Yes, We Need Love is in the background, but the tune I'd like to play off the album right now, it's called Rocky Road. See, because that's what we all go through in life.
Always.
See me, I say? But we can't give up hope. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. We always, when they put the rocks in the way, we like water and go around it. You know what I mean? Just to achieve your goal, you have to.
We're like asteroids in the universe, just, you know, pummeling around the sun. So yes, so this is Rocky Road, yeah? Take a listen to this tune, Rocky Road, by Brother Barry Dread.
Every step you take, it hurts your feet. It's you, it wants to defeat, yeah. Check the end of the road, know where you're going. The goodness of what you seek is there. If you persevere, rocky road, rocky, 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 rocky road, rocky road, rocky, 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 rocky road, rocky road, rocky, 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 rocky road, rocky road, rocky, 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 rocky road. Look to your right, look to your left, let Jah be your guiding light, yeah. A bridge to cross troubled waters. Reach your goal. Don't let those rocks get in your way. Rocky road, rocky, 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 rocky road, rocky road, rocky road, rocky road, rocky road, oh rocky road, rocky road, rocky road, rocky road, yeah. Be careful how you cross the rocky road, yeah. Traveling this road of life is survival. Them no wine. Babylon put all farmer devices, stop it, and knock off the power. I can't give up. But as long as you're walking a righteous path, you know, that will always be your guide. Rastafari. Look to your right, look to your left. Let Jah, oh Jah, be your guiding light, yeah. A bridge to cross troubled waters. Reach your goal. Don't let those rocks get in your way. Rocky, 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 rocky road. Rocky road. Rocky road. Rocky road. Rocky road. Oh, rocky road. Rocky road. Rocky road. Rocky road, yeah.
Yes, that was Rocky Road, Rocky Road. Come on, brother Barry, what were we talking about when we were talking about the Rocky Road?
Yes, sir, it's a rocky road in life, you know. You have to just keep your strength up and just keep forwarding and, you know, knowing that you're on the right road, you know, see. So yeah, man, this album basically is just, it kind of, that tune sum up me getting this album on the road, because my first album and I went through a lot to get it done.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It took me about 4 or 5 years to actually establish the album. Be a live musicians, you know what I mean? I used all my bread to them from back in the days and I paid everybody. You know what I mean? I didn't want to really, you know, just, you know, because it's basically how a musician's supposed to earn his money is through the creative faculties. You go out there and a man pay you for their works. But right now, you know, the music's gone really, you know, so digitalized now. Everybody's got their own little computer in their house. Nobody don't need to call any musicians. But I think to me, the standard of music drops because you're not bringing musicians into it. I do, me and enough singers myself, they come on man, put me in the studio and man, bring the band together, because most of the artists them that do draw us in. You see, they listen to the album that they come up with, our Superjar album, which I don't know if you know it, but Superjar has got an artist called Superjar from West London. A young bridge, about in his 30s, young Ras, tough. And we done an album with him, and it's amazing. You know, the album's called Architect. Anybody interested in Architect?
Yeah, very interesting.
See? So, and it was done with young Rasses, as you know, I was like the elder amongst them. You see me, I said, so it was great because I used to work with them for about 3-4 years, and we went through that transition, and it was lovely because to see that there is some fire in some of the young Rasses them out there, like Riot Sounds and, you know, Shaka Ran, certain people that's out there still burning the fire, but we need, you know, amongst that generation it should be 100 times more.
And
you
it
know
will
what I
be,
mean?
and it will be, it will be,
and it
again.
is probably not in England so much, but in, you know, other parts of the world where Rastafari, because, you know, the power of it might not be here so much now, because 20-30 years ago it was I just say today, probably the America now or Africa now, you know where people are really highlighting now. We say highlight means say we highlight, we grow nothing. You see me, I say we highlight ourselves, say we're else. You see me, I say we highlight, we say we know ourselves. You see me, I say that's why, you know, and the Rasta, the locks represent the freedom of your mind to speak, you understand, and observe the truth. So my mind will lock up in a comb and a chim. You understand, it just free. You see me, I say, so it's free like my mind. So as I said, it took me 4 years to put this album together, and I was getting a good vibe because I pressed 1,000 copies and it was selling quite good, because at the time in 2004 it was only live album out there. Everything else was digital. So it kind of did get a little attention, and I was supposed to get a write-up by a paper. You know, I want to say who at the moment, right? Big write-up, no, they're not going to give me. And them love my work, because they gave me a good write-up in 97 when I put out my first track, which was called Mother's Cry. My first single was called Mother's Cry. That's a beautiful song. And what happened now, they said they're going to put out, you know, give me a write-up and everything. So I was looking forward to that, because I know that would be a good exposure and so forth. So I now hear from the brother, so like 2 weeks later, I call him. He said, what go on? What go on? And he said, oh, Barry's, I've got my gatekeepers. I got gatekeepers. So I said, oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I got my gatekeepers. So he obviously took the right up to his editor, and he says, oh, it's got tracks like this one we're going to play now. Yeah, this not track, yeah. From top.
This is called Racial Establishment.
Marcus Garvey words in.
Racial establishment, because the time is now, yeah, to determine who we are in humanity. Racial establishment, because the time is now, yeah, to determine who we are in humanity. We must be a nation strong and proud, yeah, conscious of our duties to ourselves and to Jah, yeah. Yes, we must be a nation forever strong and proud, conscious of our duties to Jah. Racial establishment, because the time is now, yeah, to determine who we are in humanity. Racial establishment, because the time is now, yeah, my brothers, to determine who we are in humanity. Marcus Garvey showed us how the teachings of Jah shows us why. Brothers, the Biko and all freedom fighters, fighting for our human rights. Yeah, racial establishment, because the time is now, yeah, my brothers, to determine who we are in humanity. Racial establishment, because the time is now, yeah, my sisters, to determine who we are in humanity. Yeah. Shows us why. Patrice Lumumba and all freedom fighters racial establishment. Because the time is now, yeah, my brothers, to determine who we are in humanity, yeah. Racial establishment. Because the time is now, yeah, my sisters, to determine who we are in humanity. To determine who we are in humanity. To determine who we are in humanity. To determine who we are.
Yes, yes. That was Racial Establishment by Barry Dread. Welcome, Brother Barry. Thank you so much for being with us at Bless Radio 1 and sharing your time with us. Thank you so much. This is the Sista Moorino Show. And just to carry on with this wonderful conversation with this wonderful, humble, wonderful man, I just wanted to ask you, give us some reasoning behind Racial Establishment, because you're saying that the editor saw that and said no.
Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, as me say, the brethren them, you know, the brethren them love my daughter's favorite tune. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people's favorite tune, and but I put them together under what the ancestors them last show me. Right. And that's time I deal with, and you know, you always feel you want to change the world with it. But music has the power. You see me, I say, and for us to be no. That's why they've taken the soul out of all music out there. You see me, I say, they know the power it has. Because in fact, it actually used to heal us. The actual records heal. I was a lecture by Bobby Hemmett was talking about it. How the vinyl heals you. And the crystal needle that plays on the vinyl.
Wow.
Black wax, diamond stylus needle. It creates the vibration like you're actually in the room with the musicians. But music heals. Turned up by the sound system, you're going in there, you know, any disease you have, you just lick that out. Time you finish the dance, you heal. Right? So they, you know, they must have change up the program. So once CDs come in now, it's actually taking the healing power out of the music.
Yeah.
Because now it's not the music itself; it's the clone of the music.
Absolutely.
It's not the music; it's a digitized version of the music. You see me? I say.
And when would you say that happened for reggae music? Because I remember that Computer Love was the Computer Love was like 1986, and that's how they computerized soul music.
Yeah. And then Slang Tang. People would mark it with Slang Tang.
Slang Tang
you
for
know
the
what
reggae
I mean?
music, yeah?
About 89, 90 minutes or around them time there.
That changed the frequency of the music.
Well, I mean, it wasn't, and it's not accident. You know what I mean? It's, you know what I mean? Because prior to when it was vinyl, it was all black-owned businesses running things. You know what I'm saying? When you check it.
Wow.
Yeah? Because I talked to my man from Tooting Market. I forget his name, right? But he's been in the business long. Him saying he used to deliver records to 600 record shops throughout England. 600.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Wow.
So the business was a different business then. Do you know what I mean? And it was in our hands. From Jamaica, you know, if we put on shows, it was us who put on the shows. Do you know what I mean? And it was us that supported it. You see me? I said the industry was like in our hands. You know what I mean? But somehow now, since CD, it's come totally out of our hands. You know what I mean? And big companies going into Studio One and buy out all the rights, going into Charger. You know, they just buy all the rights of our thing and make money out of it.
Why did we let them do that though, Brother Barry? This is